In the previous videos, we've done a lot based around you as just an individual user needing your own account, your own extension, and just kind of a way to have your own business extension in line. What we're going to look at now is how do you deal with it if you have multiple users, and what do you do if you have multiple kind of phone numbers and extensions and things you need personally. So the first thing we're going to do is just talk briefly about your team concept. Your team is really more for if you have an organization and you all are kind of working together, you need to know each other's phone numbers, you want to be able to connect to each other easily. This is great for sales teams. It's great for, any professional service industry where you have let's say an attorney. You have the attorney and then you have their staff, and people want to know who's active, who's not, can they reach them. Think of it more as your organization as a whole all having an extension and their own extension, but you're all connected to know who's online. This also ironically is great for people who are in direct sales. So you have a lot of companies that have downlines where people are building teams, and so someone that kind of high up in a team could start to create a team here and let other people be kind of activated in on it. It's a great way to do some group stuff and be able to connect easily with the people in your downline in your team. So all you do in order to activate this is click on My Team. Once you do that, you have the option of either clicking Invite Team Members, where you will just type in their email address and click Invite. At that point, an email will go to them, and they will create their own account, and they will be connected to your team because they clicked off your link. The other option is just to go ahead and create the account for them. In this scenario, you create the username, you create their first and last name, their email address, you confirm the email, give them their phone number, their time zone, and their original login password. They can always change that password later on. So once they do that, anyone you create here will start to be listed underneath where the name is. So your list could be as long as you want it to be, but note that each person will end up having an account, and depending on how everything's structured, each one of those accounts you're going to have user fees for. So your accounts are based on your kind of user fees. So each team member will have a fee associated with that. So maybe inviting team members is best for you in order to kind of get accounts created and let each person be responsible for their own account. Or again, you can just create it and absorb it as part of your overall phone investment. Once you've built your team here, that all those people will be listed over in this right section. So if you want to quickly call someone, you will have team people down this box. All right, and they'll just be sitting there. And what's really cool is if they're online, it's kind of like, yeah, hey, here's your green dot, right? If they're offline, it's got a red dot, and it basically says, hey, this person doesn't have their mobile app activated and they don't have their web app activated. So therefore, they're not technically online right this moment. So it's a good way of knowing who's available, who's not. People can always click the Do Not Disturb button if they don't, even if they're logged in, but they don't want to be disturbed. So that will switch them from green to red as well. So really cool features there. If you have numbers that need a port, you can port over numbers, and we will assist with that. And that's how you add members to your team.